So I have something really, I think, really exciting. Of course, everybody says this, but I can tell you I'm using this since a few days, and I'm shocked how effective it is and how much it changes my experience of many things, emotionally, physically. So, what is it? Here you have in the post the download link, if you have not done it already, for the Matrix Navigator. So the Matrix Navigator has many possibilities for creating frequencies for the beamer, but also for doing informational therapy. But if you have the beamer, you can also get a code to enable here a new program that's called the electrocardiogram and heart rate variability interface. So you just, if you don't have it yet, you get it from Sandra, you just put it in, and then this enables you to start what I show you right now. You click here on Start Electrocardiogram, yes, and then what you see is this popping up. I have started this already, and so this is now, you've seen this before. This was the electrocardiogram, but now if you press here on breath, this one opens, and then if you press here on show synth, also this will open. So, and of course, apart from this, you can do the recording of the electrocardiogram, you can do the heart rate variability analysis, but this will open now, and when you start, of course you have to start the beamer first. When you start, I show you here the number 3, which is channel 1 setting, has to be in the third point, and the number 4 here is the channel 2 setting, has to be also in the number 3. So on channel 1 you have the heartbeat, and on channel 2 you also have a copy of the channel 1 setting. So now you can see here my heartbeat. Yeah, so that's my heartbeat right now. You see the white light flashing, but of course at the same time it generates the infrared laser that you don't see. That generates the magnetic field, and it generates a 2-channel interference tense signal, and of course even the scala. All this you set with in the 5th position here. The 5th position sets which kind of energies you want to have: visible, infrared, magnetic, and tense. So now what you see here, you see also here, this is something you already know if you have the beamer, if you have used this software before. One thing I feel now better, because you have all these things, just put it on the ear. I told you you can put it on the small finger, which always works very quick. Here at the ear you have to look a little bit, search for the point. It's a point, you have to push the clip all the way up, and then here in the little harder part there is where it tracks the heartbeat the best. But once you've done this once, it takes a few seconds, and when you get used to it, it's very easy. It works, and you have all the hands free. So that's now the part that you already saw. But now I show you something that's really amazing. We have now connected this heartbeat with a module where you can choose what kind of breath pattern you want to synchronize with the heartbeat. So this is a new science, but it's not really a new science. If you've done a little meditation, or like were in India, like I was there for 5 years, you know that in India they talk a lot about the power of breath. But what kind of breath? So there's a whole science behind it, and it's very simple, but it's the closest thing to us is the breath, but we almost don't pay any attention to it. We maybe say it's shallow, or it's only up here, or it's deep, but very few people really look at the pattern. So how many increments or how many intervals you breathe in, how many you breathe out, and how many you pause after the exhalation. And when you do this and when you start with this system now to explore what kind of pattern, inhale, exhale, pause, pattern works for you for different situations, you will be amazed how much it changes your feeling. I would say this will be an amazing tool to treat people with heart problems, with anxiety problems, with depression problems, because it's all connected to your breath. You know, when you're excited, you breathe different than when you are sad. You breathe different when you're happy than when you are like after some exercise. So it's not only physical that makes your heart jump. No, it's much more emotional that makes your heart react, and accordingly also connected with the breath. So, but there's not one breath pattern which works for everybody, and also it depends on the situation. So now this system gives you the possibility to get a feedback with this system here, electrically, magnetically, and with light. And you can put this on different points, but I put it here on my heart. This makes most sense. And now I show you here. I use, for example, the balancing. You can choose any one of the first 5, or you can actually input your own pattern that you want to experiment with. But let's say I start now with the first one, the balancing one, which is 5 inhalation, 7 exhalation, and 3 pause. But what is 5? It means 5 breaths, not breaths, but 5 heartbeats. So it synchronizes the music with your heartbeat. This is amazing. It's an amazing feedback, and it completely changes everything that you know about breath and breathing exercise, because internally there's some connection, of course, between the breath and the heartbeat. So now we do this here. The music is with a synchronizer, so with a synthesizer, and this creates all kinds of possible sounds that you can imagine. You have thousands of sounds that you can create. Now I'm just using the first one here, and press start, and maybe increase the sound. This is here. So now inhale. I inhale and exhale. 7 heartbeats. And pause for 3. And then I inhale again and exhale. And you see, the synthesizer synchronizes the sound with the pattern that I choose. And if you choose another pattern, it synchronizes with another pattern. So this is really customizable, and you have 100,000 different sounds, and you can choose any pattern that you want to experiment with. Inhale and exhale. Usually you will do this, of course, with a headphone. Is much stronger the experience. But internally something connects your breath pattern with your heartbeat, and the sound is exactly synchronized with the heartbeat. And this is what a good conductor does, and that's what really special music like in India, or music that is live, is making the difference, because it connects with your heartbeat. It synchronizes with your heartbeat, and this is alive. It works with your heartbeat. And it's not something that's prefabricated. So, as I said, you can put in your own, let's say I can stop this here, and here I can put in another pattern. For example, I say now 7, and then you put the dash and 9 exhale and 5 pause. So this is the next step. Of course, it's a longer exhalation, and then again I can start, but I want to also show you I can now, for example, here in the synthesizer, you have you press here on this button, and you have all these types of set patches of different sounds. Let's take, for example, this one here, and then you will hear it's a very different sound. I start this now. Inhale, exhale. So with a new pattern that I set, it's automatically synchronizing to your pattern of inhalation, exhalation. So much for now, and the download link is below the video or in the post. This part you can actually only use when you have a beamer, or yes, I mean, of course you need the heartbeat feedback, but even if you don't have it, you can download the Matrix Navigator software and do a distant informational therapy that we do for 1 month for just $20. You can try it out, and this maybe starts you in this whole field of energy and informational medicine. But if you have the beamer, try it. It's amazing with this new breath synchronization, and I would say use only one. After you've done a little experiment, use only one breath pattern. I think the 5-7-3 is very good. Don't mix it, don't change it. Do this for like a week, every day for 20 minutes, half an hour. You can experiment with the music while you do this. You change the music, but don't change the breath pattern, and you will see that in the day you just sit somewhere at your desk or at the bus stop, and immediately inside something is counting 5-7-3, 5-7-3. When you go to bed, it starts by itself. It's so strong programming, and you will even want to get back and have another session. It's wonderful. It's a wonderful experience. So I know this will be something that's for people having anxiety, depression, bipolar, high blood pressure, irregular pulse. This will be something, because it's all connected to your heartbeat and to your breath. They work together. That's much more powerful than any meditation. You will see it. You don't have to remember it. It comes back by itself. And please give us your feedback. Write to us, and thank you for your attention, and I look forward to being in contact with you.